I just over the dicky girls and all the girls and white. I make them jump up and don't stop child. Out of his mercy. I just over the dicky girls and one bed. And you get no get it when them bring out men.
Okay. Amazing day. Let's go. Amazing day. Midweek already, Wednesday. All right. I hope you guys have had a good couple days already. And today's going to be an absolutely amazing day for yourself. All right. But let's get started. Let's get going. Let me try and organize. All right, let's go. Let's go and have a look at GU. Quite interesting GU. Remember, we're going to go into GU right now. All right. So I hope you guys can hear me good. I'm going to put this in the background so we just got them vibes. All right. Why not? Wednesday morning. Why not catch a little bit of vibes? See it? Come on. Holy Communion music. Christening. Funeral.
You know the face cam's black, yeah?
What is?
The face cam.
The face cam's black. Okay, let's see.
Oh, no, it's calm now. I think I did it, or it's just on my phone. I don't know.
Can you see me? Should be able to see me, hopefully.
Yeah, you're there now, yeah.
Good. Yeah, so like I said, guys, amazing day. We're going to get into it, get started. We're going to have a look at GU and try and work out what it's doing, all right? Try and work out what it's doing. There is a clear explanation. We can go and see what it's been doing, all right? But, good morning, guys. I want you to just reach out, do what you need to do 2 stretch, 2 push-ups, open the window, get some fresh air, get the sun in your face. It's a new day, and all things are possible, all right? Right, so look, when you're looking at this GBP USD, let me make sure that we are at the right volume. So I want this stuff to be background. I want to shout over Beanie Man and Buju Banton and Capleton and all them guys there. All right, so let me just put them in the background. All right, and let's let render in. All right, so look, we was looking at this GU the other day, and I said that this GU is trading within this yellow box. I haven't done anything since yesterday, guys. This hasn't been, here's one I made earlier this morning. This is what it looked like. Don't believe me, run back the tape. Yeah, the tapes don't lie. And, you know, we drew this box, and I said yesterday, all right, which was Tuesday, and it was approximately about, let me draw a vertical line. And all this does every single morning is it reinforces our strategy, all right? Who can tell me about yesterday, Who can tell me about yesterday and where price was in GU and, you know, certain concerns or things? Somebody tell me about the market. You take over. Someone take up this session. Tell me about yesterday. Yesterday's where that yellow line was. I'm going to open up a little piece. All right. And tell me, if you used to give me a summary, if I was somebody and I didn't know about trading, you know, what are you going to tell me about yesterday and where price was, etc. and what happened? Anybody can have a go. You guys can take turns. You can tag team up. Yeah, pause. Yeah. Tell me about what happened yesterday.
So what are we saying? What are we trying to explain? Like the actual market structure, yeah?
Yeah, just trying to explain, you know, where we are in the market, what your thoughts may be. I'm going to rewind it if you want. Here we go. Let's rewind it so it's less confusing. I'm going to rewind it back to approximately, this was yesterday, 6, 7, around about this time here. All right. Yesterday, Tuesday, the 14th of May. Okay. Talk to me. Tell me about the market. Tell me, just talk to me about it.
If that was me right now, yeah, where the yellow point is, I'd say we can see to the left it's retraced. It's broken structure where you drew your line before. It's broken structure. Then we're in almost like a premium zone for that smaller structure. So really, I would be waiting for an indication. Right now, we can see it's made like there's the green candlesticks. There's the bullish candlesticks there. Yeah, you can see them going up. Then it's consolidated.
I tell you what. I'm going to do something, all right? You should be able to draw on my screen. I'm sure you should have the ability to draw on my screen. If it says, does it say annotate anywhere on your screen? Somewhere, if you look on the little tools at the bottom, you see a little pencil saying annotate.
Let me go on more backgrounds and effects. There's whiteboards.
but there's no
Don't say
annotate.
it. Nah, it says
Let
no
me give you the power. If I give you
whiteboards.
some power, you should be able to see annotate. All right. Can you
Oh
see
shit, yeah, I can
annotate?
see pen. It says pen, yeah. There's the pen here now.
All right. So press that pen. Now you see
Yeah.
there. There you go. I've given you the
Then-
power now, bro. You've been like knighted. All right. So
What is that me that
what you
just
want to
read
do,
that?
you can draw on the screen. Let's go. Talk to me so I know what you're talking about. Just
Alright,
give me a
cool. Hold on, let
general
me try.
synopsis of the markets yesterday. Any concerns? What you may think to do, etc. Let's go.
Yeah, I still can't write on it though, but I'm just gonna explain it, innit? Can you hear me, yeah?
Go on, what did you say?
I said I can't write on it still, yeah. It's not letting me write on it, but I'll just
Oh,
explain
you know,
it.
it's go again because you just drew on it. I just saw you drawing it. You drew that green
Was
line.
that me?
didn't
That yellow drawing was me,
you? Yeah, that little green line is you, bro.
Oh. Okay, there, bro.
There
Okay,
you go.
cool. Delete that one that I just did if you can.
All right, no problem.
Right.
See, man,
cool.
man,
So
man, give me the
saying-
power for 2 seconds. Now I'm just getting orders. You see it there? Mad. Crazy.
sorry.
All right.
Alright.
Look.
So if I was going to explain it to someone that doesn't know anything, I would say, first of all, we could see from the left, it's broken structure.
What structure? What structure? Draw some lines of what structure you're talking about.
Alright, cool. Here to the left, you can see we broken structure down to the left, yeah?
Mm.
That green line, can you see that?
What structure did we break? Do you mind me asking from there? What structure did we break?
Our parallel structure going up, we was going bullish. And then we could see we dropped to the bottom of that line and then we broke out of it. And then there's another zone that you've created here. Look, if I draw the line, this new zone that we were trading within.
Range. Use the right
Range,
words.
yeah, we were trading within this range.
Mhm.
But then we can see we're almost at the top of that range. We've been pinging at the top. Look, there's 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
And then it's almost like we've made a slight indication to go down, but we haven't closed above this candle here. No, the one above it. Can you see that candle?
Mhm.
We haven't really closed below that. So if I was telling someone like to get into a trade or something, I'd either say wait for it to break structure above this line here, if we're going bullish, or wait for a close below this area here if we're going bearish. That's
Okay.
what I would think. That would be my little
Okay.
synopsis.
Anybody else? No, well done. To go first and to anybody else, I'm going to give you a C. All right. Maybe a C plus.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you can take it. All right. And who's next? I just want you to just give me a little synopsis of it. Let's see where we're at. Let's go. Anybody who's next? Who's brave enough? Maybe someone's got time, or I don't know, maybe someone's driving.
Sorry, I'm driving, otherwise I would.
Okay, no problem. Anybody else want to take up the mantle and just give me a little synopsis, a little overview of what's going on here in this market? Anybody else? Challenge yourself. It's all right if you get it wrong. All right. So what I'm looking for, as I'm looking for understanding that I did draw a yellow box here. Okay. This is the big yellow box that I drew. Now, where we are in that yellow box is where? Where are we in that yellow box?
We're at lower. What is it? Not premium, a discounted range right now. The middle of the
I don't
range.
know.
I would say 50% of that range.
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of this range, this big yellow box that I've drawn. Okay. And yesterday you heard me say that we're in the middle of this range. And the issue with this middle of the range is that we can do anything. We can go up or we can go down. Yeah, it kind of starts making it a little bit more difficult for us to be able to predict what might happen next because we're in the middle of the range. In the middle of any range, this area here, we call equilibrium. It's a place whereby there's not really any bias. Like I want to sell from up here. I want to buy from down here. In the middle here, who knows? All right. Now, this is quite a big range for GU. It's 170 something pips, if I can remember from yesterday. And I will give this. The reason I gave The reason I gave Jivan a B minus stroke C is because he was kind of right. You know, we've seen the market trading. I think I wanted him to draw some lines in regards to when he's talking about structure and breaks and stuff, because I need it to be clear. Obviously, this is the 1 hour time frame, so we're not seeing everything we need to see. Okay. But for argument's sake, have a look. If I was to draw some lines, preview, like, let me move this here. If I was to draw some lines, I'll get rid of this one. And I'm going to draw some lines. The lines would look like this. I take from maybe down here, and initially this is what it would look like, because I've rewound now. So we've gone back in time. You know, I've got to touch some of these data points. All right. Now, personally, I think this wick here was some manipulation. And sometimes when I see it like that, you know, I might take from where the body was. It doesn't really matter because I need to touch that last data point. Let me get rid of the top end as well. All right. So this is how my range would be looking. Something like this. Okay. Now, either way, the issue is that we're in the middle of this range and the market is slightly consolidating. So what I'd wanted to hear from Jivan is that we're in the middle of a range and you're not too sure what the market may do. Also, you're consolidating in the middle of a range. So on that basis, you know, we're going to be looking for, we're either going to be doing nothing, as I mentioned yesterday, and waiting for markets to break outside of this yellow box. Yeah. Or if we wanted to be a hero, we want to be able to see what's going on, you know, right now, as in what action is happening in the market now. So we can see that this market is consolidating, it's ultimately trading within this highest point and the next lowest point that I made. It's trading within that range. Okay. Now, if we play it forward, we can see that the market continues to dance. Have a look over here within that range. Look at that wick all the way down to there. Is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence that that wick is exactly the same as where we drew our box at the bottom of this wick? Or is it rampant? All right. Well, the market was rampant. Okay. And we had some volatility coming to the market due to news. And we saw the market make a big indication of what it wanted to do. All right. Or maybe not. Maybe it was just a liquidity grab. Because like I said to you, the issue here is we're in this yellow box. And if we're in this yellow box and we're saying the market is ping-ponging within a range, have a look. Well, ping, pong, what's to stop it? Pinging and ponging and pinging and ponging till the end of days. There's nothing to stop it doing that. The point is we don't know because it's trading within a range. Really, this market is supposed to be heading back up towards the top of this range. Yeah, until it starts to give us confirmation. And a confirmation here would be a closure below here, or at least if we was trying to get in eager, trying to get in quickly, after it's made its correction, which is this push up here, and we start seeing it making a continuation, is waiting for an indication, correction, and continuation on a smaller time frame. However, have a look. We did not get that. All right. We didn't get that. What actually happened is there was some volatility. The market pushed down here. All of the novice traders, all of the YouTubers, them, yeah, all of the man that are just like, you know, trying a thing, saw this big red candle, said, yep, this market's going down and down and down. But the market indicated out of this consolidation, this would be correction. Where's our continuation? Where is our continuation? It's nowhere to be seen, to the point where the market actually came up to 50% of the previous consolidation, which I tell you guys about all the time. I say that market, when it corrects or out of a consolidation, I do not want to see it closing above 50% of the consolidation that it was originally dancing around it. So the market pushed down here. We think it might be an indication. We're thinking to myself, we might see this happen, might see this come and close the imbalance and this happen. That's not what happened. What happened was the other one. If it's not an indication, what is it? Does anybody know what the other one is? If it's not an indication of what it's going to go and do, what is the market doing then? What is this big push? Sorry?
What is it? Continuing?
No, if it's not an indication to indicate continue, indicate correct and continue, then what does this then become? What do we understand it as?
Or what, a liquidity grab?
A liquidity grab. So we can see liquidity that sits below this consolidation, also sits below this consolidation. Yeah, because the market was also going sideways in here. All right. So therefore, we understand that either side of any type of sideways action, there is liquidity. The market made a big pitch for not only the liquidity below these levels, but also below here. Look, nam, 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 nam. And then where we don't know what the market's going to do there. Hindsight's a beautiful thing. But at the time, we're thinking, okay, maybe we're going to get a correction, then a continuation. As soon as we start seeing this market going up here, going all the way to the 50% of the previous consolidation, at that point in time, I'm like, yeah, it's looking a bit troublesome. We saw a quick spike down here just to close the imbalance. And then the market continued pushing. So this was a liquidity grab for the market to continue pushing up. Why might it want to continue pushing up? Because like I said, we are trading within this yellow range. So maybe the market wants to get back up to a premium within that yellow range. And that is what it's doing. It's pushing up there. Look, we're all the way up into these levels. We've made higher highs. So now I can, because I've got this new data, I can correct my range. Have a look at the correction now. Because I've got this new data of where the market went to. I can correct this range. Yeah. Touch some of these data points in here. Yeah. Get rid of this top one. Correct it. Have a look at the correction. That looks really perfect to me. I connected this dot here and this dot here as data range, as a bottom end of the trend line. I pulled out a parallel line. Yeah, man. Cerebral palsy or something. I put a parallel line, yeah, and we can see here how that parallel line is perfectly angled to touch 1, 2, 3, and currently here, data point. Is that a coincidence? I don't really believe in coincidence. So what does that mean? That means at the moment we're in a bit of a premium, yeah, of this push up here. So we might see this market continue, as we can see a bit of a narrowing here. We might see it continue doing this, trickling up. I'm going to be very interested if I see a break in structure, indication, correction, continuation within that range. I'm actually thinking to myself, especially if there's some news happening, we might get nam, 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 nam into this imbalance, spike, before seeing something like this. All right. Now, have a look at it on a larger picture now, our bigger Russian doll. I don't really want the market going above this level here. Okay. But if it wicked up here into this imbalance and then came back down, would still be valid because it isn't a closure. Do you understand? Look at the structure. The structure is this is the last. If I was to draw in our levels, this market has come from up here. This, let me zoom out because I want you to see it properly. This was the indication. This was the correction. All of this energy is continuation energy. So it's allowed to come all the way back up here. Once it doesn't break, yeah, because then that means it's doing something else. It's allowed to take the piss and come up here. I prefer it didn't, but it's allowed to because the structure is still lower low, lower high, and all of this energy in here, whatever happens if it does a hokey cokey back and forward, up and down, it's trying to make a lower low. All right, that's what it should be trying to do. Unless it does something else, and if that's the case, it does something else, I'm gonna have to read and react to that. So if I place these stars at where the structure is at the moment, here, 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 and I'll put a different color star is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to see this star over here, happen. Hasn't happened yet, but that's what I'm expecting, a lower low than this one over here. Now, is that going to be some sharp action like that, fall into hell? Is that going to be some sideways trickling action going ever so slightly lower than this? I don't know. But that's what I'm expecting. So now when we zoom all the way down and we see all this madness, we see how the market's pushing back up in these areas, we can kind of understand that, you know what, though I'm annoyed that it's doing that, though it doesn't have to be up here, why didn't it just go straight to its destination? It's allowed, it's permitted, yeah, for it to be able to come up into these levels and do whatever it wants to do. So I am going to be waiting keenly today to see if I get a nice clear, have a look, and then I can drop down to my smaller time frames for this. All right, if I go to my 15 minutes and even better, my 5 minute, the market is in here just trickling up. Yeah, not quite consolidating, but on a trickle. All right. So look, if I was to show this level in here, we can do this in whichever way you want to do it. Obviously, this wick here, some wick action. Maybe I want to touch these 2 data points like so. Maybe this market's going to keep trickling all the way up to these levels over here, all the way up to this white line. I don't know. Might do. Might decide to do a little trickle Might decide to do a little trickle all day. Okay, into that green line. Or I'm going to be able to turn around and try and draw a smaller range in here, touching where we are. Now, at the moment, like I said, it's very difficult because the market's it's not consolidating as such. Well, it is. It's making some different little smaller consolidations and pushing out of it. What do I mean by that? I mean, look here. We're kind of going sideways in here. Then the market has a little push outside of that sideways action. Yeah. And then when it's pushed outside of that sideways action again, it's kind of going sideways again. It was kind of going sideways in here. Had a little pushback down. It's kind of rampant. I'm waiting to see an indication. Look, and you can see here, even on the 5-minute time frame, nowhere here can we see an indication, correction, and continuation. Nowhere. We might see an indication, boom, all these red candles. We're thinking maybe this is a correction. Where's the continuation? Hasn't happened. We might see some push down here. Look, indication down below these. So I don't know if you can see any structure in there, which is about here. This might have been a correction. Where's the continuation? Didn't happen. Did not happen. So I'm waiting for wherever it's going to come, this to occur. Below some significant structure. 5-minute would be great. If that 5-minute aligns with 15 minutes time frame, that would be even greater. Yeah. I'm waiting for that to align. Yeah. So I can tell when I be like, yeah, that is an indication, a correction, a continuation in the opposite side. Then remember, the larger time frame you are on, the bigger Russian doll you are, the more of a confirmation it is. Okay. So for argument's sake, we're waiting to for argument's sake here, we're waiting. See you later, yeah. For argument's sake, we are waiting for this to break significant structure. So we can see on the 15-minute time frame here, this is some little structural levels. All right. I would have said this, but the wick did a little madness. All right. It'd be nice to see our indication, correction, and continuation below this 15-minute level. Now, if it's on a 5-minute time frame, that's still fine, but it would be great if when we're looking at 5-minute, it's aligning with 15-minute times, i.e., we might be looking at a 5-minute time frame, but it's 9:15. We might be looking at a 5-minute time frame, but it's 9:30. Might be looking at a 5-minute time frame, but it's 9:45. Might be looking at a 5-minute time frame, but it's, it's 9:59 and 59 seconds. Then we're waiting for that 5-minute close. And then I'm able to see this because I'm interested in getting this. So I am concerned that the market may want to run up here and do this. I am concerned, but I'm going to trade structure. I'm going to trade what I see. Because just because this imbalance is up here doesn't mean the market has to go get it. So I have to trade what I see and manage my risk. That if I'm wrong, I just go, yeah, I'm wrong. Not end of the world. I can take another trade. So what am I going to do so that I'm not sitting here all day long? If you're somebody, you're at work, if you're somebody, you're busy, you're on the move, I'm going to put my alerts in here. Look, have a look. I'm on a 50-minute time frame. I'm going to make a right click, add an alert, crossing down. I'm also going to add an alert, crossing up above this consolidation. I'm going to make sure that I've got this set up so that my notifications, have a look, that my notifications are notifying me in the app or sending me an email. Like I've stopped it sending me an email because it just gets mad. All right. I get quite a lot of emails. So I've got quite a lot of notifications, but it plays a sound also. It's going to ding, 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 ding. It's going to make sounds. It's going to let me know. Let me have a look at what's going on. And if I can't remember what's going on, I have the ability to write an 8-page letter in here. All right. About what I want to do. Yeah, about the alert, about what I want to do. All right. So that can give me clarity. So when I'm on the road, or I'm at work, or I'm at the bus stop, or I'm at the gym, and I see my alert ring and I get a vibrate or a notification on my phone, make sure you've got notifications from TradingView on in your phone. yeah, because you can activate your notifications or or enable or disable them. Then when I see that little alert come from TradingView, it's not just going to come up and say GBP USD crossing. It's going to say GBP USD crossing. I'm waiting for a correction and then a continuation. It's going to say whatever I want it to say. All right. So that's how you use these. And I'm telling you, alerts are probably the most powerful thing that you can use on TradingView because they're like your AI. They're like your trading bot that is constantly looking at whatever market you looked at and trying to let you know when something happens. Yeah, that's how I kind of, they're comparable too. Because when you create a bot, is you want it to do something that you're not going to do 24/7. So when you're sleeping, it can do it. When you're away from the screen, it can do it. And that's what alerts do. Alerts are watching for you. All right. Once you've got this set up in the right way to get the notifications, you can capitalize on those alerts. I don't want to sit here wasting my entire day looking at GBP USD. Definitely not. All right. So let's go and have a look at another pair. So that's me. That's me. I'm done. That's my analysis. I don't want to get in right now and try and buy this in a premium. Buy this at the top of the ceiling. I don't want to do that. I ultimately want to sell. And I only want to sell when I get a confirmation. If I am going to buy, I want to see this market breaking outside of first this premium, which is this white line, and secondly, this yellow premium, which is the bigger consolidation box. Because on a bigger level, this is in a premium of that yellow box. Maybe I'm confusing because I got two yellow boxes. Let me get rid of that one. So, at here, this would be at the premium. If I was to split this box into thirds, we have entered the premium of this consolidation range. We also have premium of this white impulse, these two white dash lines. Like buying up in a premium is just dumb until it shows me that it doesn't care about that premium and it wants to accelerate and it's breaking structure and it's now bullish. But ultimately, it hasn't been bullish on us, on the bigger time frame. It's been making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. I'm expecting this market to come and make some lower lows. I don't want it to start making, pushing up, making higher highs. Like I said to you, it could come in here because like I said to you, it could come in here and decide to do a madness. I don't want it to do that, but it could come in here and tap into this imbalance. If it does, then great, because now that's giving you the last final hurrah. That's giving you the final wall. Like, yep, that indication continuation correction is coming now. Because if it doesn't come now, then it's doing something else and it's breaking above some structure. So it's no longer making these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high. It's now going to start making higher highs. And that's something else now. That means the market's doing something else. Okay, let's go and have a look at a different pair. Let's look at gold. We also looked at gold. I can't remember what our synopsis was, but let's go and have a look. Okay, it was similar. It was saying that gold is ultimately bullish asset, making higher highs and higher lows and higher highs. However, we did tap into a premium of it. This yellow line is the premium. And within the range of this market's been coming down, we are once again in a premium. Okay, so we're in a premium and we're in a premium again. Now the market had a reaction from that premium. Have a look, coming down here. And then it said, wait a minute, and have a look at the range that we would draw. All right, have a look. Taking into consideration some data points, look. Taking into consideration some data points. All right, looking at that range like so. Trying to get our angles in here. Maybe this is the range. If I'd go and tap the top end, maybe this is the range that market's moving in. So on an ideal scenario on a 4-hour time frame, for us to know anything, it needs to break this structure. Now, if we believe that this is an indication on a smaller level, look at 1 hour, that we've broken some, it's quite difficult to see. There is some, like I said, it was a bit difficult in gold. Let's imagine that here is some 1 hour structure. If we're saying this market has broken that structure, which it indicated, corrected, and continued, which it did, but it came to the bottom of the range, it didn't want to break at the moment. Let's have a look at how far this market may retrace in regards to the impulse. So here's the impulse from here, top to bottom. We're about, I'm just trying to draw it properly. We're about coming into that 618 area. Have a look. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, you can see over here, I faded it out a little piece. Maybe I should try and brighten them up. No, I can't be bothered. All right. So we can see here, 50% is about here. It's 50% of this impulse. If you don't know what I'm talking about, 50% off from here to here. So we've seen it come up to 50% level and it's currently in the 618 to 7. This is called the golden zone. In this area, is where we may see a reversal. If we don't, then the market we may want to do something else, which is fine because we're not in the trade. We're watching and we're trying to work out what it wants to do. Okay. Does it want to tap into the 618 area and start coming and breaking this low? Or are we happy to trade in this green range and we don't care about this premium? We're going to go even higher, even deeper, make it even more of a premium. Yeah. Or better still start breaking structure and deciding to do something else. Let me try and clean this up because there's quite a lot of action happening in here. All right. From our previous sessions. All right. I'm just deleting some of the froth. So we can see here for argument's sake. All right. We can see here for argument's sake. How this market is pushing up within a range kind of like this. All right, within a range kind of like that. Why am I drawing the line like that? Because I want to touch that last low before the highest point. And I want to use a parallel line just so I can see the energy of the range, kind of like this. All right. So is that market going to come up here into this premium here and decide to start turning around? Or is it going to push? I do not know. I do not know. What I did show you that we're coming up into a 618 area, which is an area of reversal. Now we have to look left. Is there anything left? Let's go look on a 4-hour time frame, which may give us some additional confluence of what might stop price and turn it around. Well, price is now currently sitting in a bearish candlestick zone, okay, which is here. Look, this here to here is a bearish candlestick zone. This candlestick here, the way in which you can see I'm trying to draw it, is a bearish candlestick zone, bearish engulfing candlestick zone, because the next red candle completely swallowed it. Then we had some nice big red push from there. All right. Is that market going to decide right now at the brink of that zone and wants to turn around? Let me drop my time frame to my hour. Well, even though there's a bearish candlestick zone here, we can see a little bit of imbalance above in here, that bearish candlestick zone that maybe the market wants to go and tap into. I'm looking at all of these things and thinking to myself, these are all areas of interest. If I start seeing this market have a big reaction from here and start breaking structure on a smaller time frame, then maybe that will give me the reason, you know, the confluence to say, okay, I'd like to get into this. So we can see here this market's got, we can also see a candlestick zone right at the top of this mountain here, at bearish engulfing candlestick zone. It's not as compelling on a 15-minute time frame, but all of this here is some energy. So we know the question I'm asking myself is this market going to respect this level here, this high? Yeah, and then we can see here on a 15-minute time frame some structure. So now if we was to draw in some lines, we can see some nice structure here of this market making some higher highs and higher lows, like so. We can see some structure. As narrow as it is, you can see some structure coming in here. So literally, I'm waiting to see, are we going to start breaking these 15-minute levels? Or are we going to continue pushing up? So once again, I right-click in here. I right-click in here, trying to right-click. As if you ever right-click and you don't see the label for add an alert, just move your cursor to somewhere else. It's just like it doesn't like it being too close to price or too close to other elements like squares, rectangles, or maybe. All right, so over here, and I'm also going to pop an alert, if it allows me, here, below that structure there. Now I know when GU is going to be breaking up or breaking down. If GU starts breaking down now after tapping into this candlestick zone that I've identified and this imbalance, that's going to be a confluence for me if I start seeing that market coming here and doing this. Breaking out, doing this, correction, doing this, continuation. I'm in for the sell. If I see this market doing something else, starts pushing up through here, well, then I've got to reanalyze. I'm thinking to myself, what is this market doing? Looking to see whether or not this market actually wants to continue pushing up to this green line within that range. It wants to keep pushing up to that green, around that green area. Wants to just come all the way up into these levels. That's why I have to start asking myself if I see it breaking structure and trading up within the range. And that's it, guys. It's that simple every single time. Every single time. All right? Let's have a look. GU crossing up. So let's have a look and see what's going on. Have a look. Still pushing up. over here. So this market is in here, making a higher high, made a higher low, made a higher high, made a higher low. If I was to draw my angles in, have a look. Now we've got that higher high. We're kind of looking like this as a range. If I want to put in the top end, I can do. Putting it to that top area here. But at the moment, like I said to you, is this market just pushing up? What's going to happen when it gets to the top of this white area here? Just look left. And once again, is there anything left here that can significantly, be like a hard wall? Is there some kind of candlestick zone there? We're not on a 15-minute time frame, tell you that much. On the 5-minute, let's have a look over here. Is there anything left that would might significantly give us an indication that there's lots of orders there and want to turn around and have a look? Nothing glaring on the 5-minute time frame, I'll tell you that much. There's nothing really jumping out at me on a 5-minute time frame. Let's go down to a 3-minute. Now, why am I going down to all these time frames? Because I don't know what the market wants to respect. Does it want to respect a 3-minute zone? I don't know. But I'm just looking. I'm searching for evidence. Yeah, I'm not searching for a bias, which is what some people can do. They search for something to back up a reason why they want to do something. All right. I'm searching for evidence. There's a difference. Any evidence I see is what I'm searching for. Can't see nothing on the 3-minute time frame that stands out. So maybe this market does want to come up push into this imbalance. All right. Maybe it wants to go and push up into that imbalance before it does anything, because I'm going all the way down to the 3-minute time frame. This is now the 1-minute time frame. And I can't see a reason, a candlestick zone, some sort of imbalance, some sort of, thing that may turn price around. So I'm trying to get back to where that place is. Yeah, in here, you see in this little mountain top, this little situation, I can't see too much in here that would be like, yeah, that's what the market's going for. It's going to tap into that candlestick zone. It's going to close that imbalance. It isn't clear to me, isn't that obvious to me. So maybe that market is going to keep pushing past that level. Maybe, baby. Look, this little bit of sideways action. This market's indicated here, corrected. Is it going to keep going up, or is it going to start coming down here and breaking some of these structures? I don't know. But at the moment, I think it's a time to watch and be quite clear. I want to be in here for the sell, but I might not get that opportunity immediately today, because the market might want to keep trading up within that yellow range into a premium and may even want to come and get into this imbalance. All right. So this, for me, I'm going to be calm. And look, if this is the new range that I've just drew, this green range, if this is the new range, then we are in a discount of that smaller range. That this may be a great time to buy. The only issue is that we're near a premium of the bigger range. You see the dilemma? The dilemma is we're in a premium of these white lines, but possibly in a discount of these green lines. The bigger Russian doll takes the priority. The bigger Russian doll is this white line. Now we're at the premium here. I've got to put some respect on the bigger Russian doll until it violates it. And then I'm like, okay, he wasn't as tough as you was making out to be. So for me, we're in a premium now, and I'm interested in seeing a sell. Even though this market is doing some pushing up scenario here, I'm going to be waiting to see whether or not it's going to completely violate this pink white line, start doing some stuff like this, yeah, or the opposite. And that's it, guys. Any questions? Any questions, guys? I've got a meeting early today. Any questions?
Yeah, what's the news saying? I see a lot of red folder news today for US.
Okay, yeah, very good. Let's have a look. Very good there, Chief. See? Sharper than a razor, all right?
Yeah.
So we can see Wednesday, and there is a lot of red folder news. Now that shows, I'm happy about that, because Jivan understands that it's not just about his technicals. It's not just about what he thinks. It's also about what the hell is going on in the world. And yes, can you see all this? See, this makes sense to me now. You see all this? CPI, inflation, core inflation, blah, 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 blah. In my opinion, this could create a beautiful excuse for this market to do this.
We go capture the liquidity up, and then
It could be a great excuse for that to happen. Yeah. or decide that it wants to push in this direction first, then up in this direction, then back. Like it can give it an excuse to come up here and do that because it's already moving a bit bulky. Like it wants to push up towards the top of this yellow range. But if it goes to the top of this yellow range, I've been saying for the whole session, I will be concerned that it wants to come and nam close that imbalance. Now I've seen all of this energy happening at 130. It could be a tremendous reason for it to add some volatility to the market to come and grab that. Or if it doesn't happen before if it happens before 130, the market trickles up. Yeah, it starts trickling up in here. So it's 12 o'clock. It's just trickling up in here, trickling up in here, trickling up in here. When it gets up in here, that news could be a great reason for it to say, yep, imbalance closed now, later. All right. I don't know when it's going to start doing that, but that's what I'd be looking at. Because right now, look, all of this small action, all of these, I'm not too sure what you want to do. Very timid. Let's go sideways. Oh, let's go up here. Let's go sideways again. Oh, let's do some sideways action before that. All of that is like the market is waiting for something. It's building up its energy. It's getting restless. It's just like, oh, it's just going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. It wants to break out, wants to be free. And that news there gives it a reason for freedom. Yeah. So what can I say? I'll say be careful if you are trading. If you get into a trade, let's say for example, right now, if this comes and corrects above here, and for whatever reason, a bad reason, you take a 6 out of 10 trade and say, you know what? I think this market, you think the market's going to go for this liquidity, even though you're near the top of the range, you want to trade into the top of the range more. All right. That's not a 10 out of 10 trade. But if you decided to do that with the understanding, you know what's going on, and you take this trade, stop below this if it turns around now, and you're taking it up into the top of this yellow range and hopefully beyond. If you could see that before you're only here at the point when the news happens, I would possibly say, unless there's some big imbalances formed, that you have the right to make this risk-free. Okay, you still got to be very concerned about slippage, which you could get slipped if something mad happens. All right. But there's a high possibility that that news might make it juke into that level. When it jukes up into this level over here, do not be thinking to yourself, I wouldn't be thinking to myself, it's going to keep going up into to space. I'd be thinking to myself, you know what? I've read this till the wheels come off. It's a 1 to 11. Let me close. Let me move my stop loss here. Or let me take my profits. And it might happen very quickly because of the news. It might just look like that. So I'd either place my TP up here so that I don't have to close out myself physically, or I'd be watching it at 130. And if I start seeing this thing going mad up here, I'm just closing that when I hit up there. Because there's a very high possibility that volatility would just be like, yep, closed it now let's go. Yeah, closed it now we're off. And you would hate to be sitting in a 1 to 10, 1 to 11 trade, but because of your greed, because some of you thought this was going to keep going to space, you just saw the market tank against you. Yeah, that's something that could happen. Look, have a look. We are getting a closure up here now. Like I said, my only concern is it's not a 10 out of 10 because of where we are in the range. But if you managed your risk, say, all right, then Jay, I'm going to take this trade. I'm going to take it at 0.5%. The market's it's on a 1 minute time frame. That's a 20. Yeah, it's only a 126. It's not necessarily a 25 minute or 5 minute close. We still haven't closed. But let's imagine for argument's sake you did. You might see yourself getting to nice profits moving towards 130. Yeah, but I'm just letting you know when 130 comes, get ready for a little rock and roll. All right. But yes, Chief, good job that you had a look there because yes, and it's the same with gold. Yeah, it's the same when we're looking at gold. Remember, that's USD, as XAU against USD. So all of that, let me write in. All of that action here, I just had my gold actually alert. See all of this action here, all of these concerns that man had the concern about it coming and closing this imbalance. Have a look. So let's zoom out a bit because sometimes it gets a little bit like I can't see what's going on. All right. That 5 minute imbalance or that imbalance that was there, it's just closed that imbalance, is still pushing up. We're right near the top of the range over here. If this market right now, after it's closing this imbalance, starts breaking down, and then we start seeing it pushing down, it might start pushing down there very quickly before the news. Yeah, and then when the news comes out, the volatility means it goes and spikes back in the opposite direction, closes the imbalance, only to start doing something like this. But it looks interesting, to be honest, today. It does look interesting for where we are. We're in a real premium. We're doing certain things. Markets are pushing. It looks interesting. For me, it looks interesting for the sell, but still only when we get the confirmations. I can't just be like, if it doesn't sell off and spikes to the moon, it's not like our Jay's dumb, doesn't know what he's doing, because I wouldn't have been in the trade. Like, I want to sell it, but I'm not going to sell it until I get my confirmations. Until I can see, yeah, boy, this is looking all right. All right. I'm not going to be out here gambling, because we're not gambling. We're looking for high probability trading opportunities. And in my opinion, here is a we're going into an area of potential high probability because we're in a premium of some larger Russian dots. But I still need to see what I need to see. Look, I'm not even getting structure in here on a clear, visible structure on a 1 minute time frame as it's completely closed this imbalance and moving towards the top. Have a look of the range, or top of this structure over here. That's I don't want it to break here. So let me put a nice solid line in here so we can see. Pow, let me thicken it up. Like, this is an area of interest. Could the market wick above that area to capture liquidity? It could do, but I don't want to see a closure above this area on a significant time frame. All right. So that market there, though you're seeing all this push up, still trading within this range that we drew, this white range, still respecting the range, coming into a premium now of this white range. And if I start seeing this market breaking structure here, which is going to be difficult to do because of how quickly it just shot up, for me to see structure in this push up here, I'm going to have to be very small, which is very risky. But the market's doing that on purpose, I believe, because of 130. So be careful. Yeah, be careful. Either don't get involved or get involved and manage your risk. And at least if you get involved in good profits before 130, take those profits, yeah, close yourself out or protect yourself. But even remember, even when you protect yourself, if you're protected yourself, you're stopped too close to when the news comes out, price can jump over your stop loss and give you slippage. So where you only wanted to lose $100, price could jump over it and you lost $400. Be aware, all right? Be aware, guys. Good morning. Amazing day. I want you guys to go and have an amazing day. I want to play our guy again, which is Guy. His name is Guy. And he's got some great education in the crypto space. He's got good material. I'm going to play a little bit of his stuff. Allow you guys to. Over the last 4 years, we've been taught that central bank. Allow you guys to. This just came out 18 hours ago, so I'm allow you guys to be able to get something. It's who really controls the market. Her plans revealed. All right. But guys, good morning, God bless. For those of you at home, thank you for your time. Do like, subscribe, share, blah, 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 blah. If you want to join the Unity community, reach out, send a message, etc., or click the link that's in the YouTube